Hey everybody, I'm AdamHarry from BoLS, and I'm back again with another quick unboxing slash overview. Today we are taking a look at the final book in the Broken Realms saga, Broken Realms Kragnos. This will be a quick overview. I'm not going to go page by page. We're going to hit the highlights. I do want to say thanks again to GW for hooking us up with a little preview product here, so big shout out to them. And yeah, pretty excited about this one. This is a big game changer for Destruction. You guys are getting your God Beast. This book is all about Kragnos and kind of his saga, and how much of a force of nature Kragnos really is, and kind of why he scares folks. Like I said, we're going to hit the highlights, so let's dive in and take a look at the table of contents. Alright, so here we go. This is actually the table of contents here, and then the big players in the book as well. We'll touch on those real fast. Broken up into 3 different acts, kind of like the previous Broken Realms books. So Act 1 is in Excelsius. That's the city in the mortal realm of Gur, the beasts, realm beasts, and it's kind of the Stormcast Eternal stronghold cities of Sigmar place. Then we get the Rampage of Kragnos, which is when he shows up to stomp everywhere. And then we get the Siege of Excelsius. But yeah, basically how this is all going to play out, Kragnos wakes up from his slumber in the mountain, imprisonment in the mountain from way back when, apparently, and then he's gonna go on a rampage. Yeah, then we get into the rules, Broken Realm campaign rules, Battle Tome updates. There's quite a few of those. We get some love for Destruction. The Gloomspite get a pretty big update. Sylvaneth also get an update, which is nice. Ilariel, new War Scroll for her, the new Warsong Revenant. Awakened Wildwood also got an update. Heat Knights of Slaanesh, you guys get that. Oh, Dryka's Spike Grove also gets a battle scroll too, so that's cool. Heat Knights get their 2 twins. They're Dexessa and Sinessa, the Talon of Slaanesh and Voice of Slaanesh, respectively, basically greater demons. And then the Exquisite Pursuit War Scroll for them as well. Cities of Sigmar get, you might have guessed here, Excelsius, which is the city there. They get some love, and then they get the Vendenst Witch Hunter slash Beast Hunter slash really just hunters. They're pretty cool. Seraphon, Lord Croak, gets a big update. Skaven, you get some battle traits, the new Skaven type battle traits. Clan Molder mutations, and then Ratachek's Doom Coven War Scroll battalion for you guys. Beast of Chaos gets some love. A couple of battle traits. The Beast Lord and the Jabber Scythe get new War Scrolls. But yeah, and then pitch power profiles. So real fast, who are the major players in here? Ilario gets a nod. Kragnos gets a nod. Obviously, it's his book. Marathi Kane shows up again. Sigmar is going to be a part of this one. And then destruction-wise, we've got Gordrak, the Fist of Gork. They get in the headbutting fight. It's pretty funny. Well, him and Kragnos. Skagrok, the Loon King, which is pretty funny. Then we get Golzad Stone Claw, War Boss of the Bone Splitters, Glog, Durku Walrus Biter. This is a pretty fun name. And then for Order, we also get Dryka's there, Galen and Dorelia Vendenst. And then, yeah, a bunch of other folks. Croak's here. Any other major players? Sinessa, Dexessa, of course. Yeah, Ratachek. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a really quick overview. I'm not going to go through the lore entirely, but Kragnos wakes up. We know this. Before that, though, the Forces of Order are kind of like putting Marathi on trial, basically saying, hey, you done messed up, which has repercussions later, because she does come back and helps them fight. But this is the story of Kragnos, this part here, but I'm skipping ahead. So, again, in Gur, stuff's going down. More bad stuff's happening. Slaanesh shows up. Obviously, have a warpath. Yada yada yada. That all is going down there. More stuff. Again, a lot of background on Excelsius, which is important because it is the focal point of this whole campaign. You'll get to play through the campaign too, which is pretty great. There was a lot of corruption happening from Slaanesh cult, which I mentioned earlier. The Skaven were also doing stuff. Nurgle was playing around there too. So plague monks and whatnot. So weakening Excelsior, and then the Stormcast Eternal show up, and then But Slaanesh shows up big time. The new demon princess. Kragnos. Kragnos is like back, and he's rallying his troops to his banner. He's gonna go smash in face, literally, in the case of Godrak, the Fist of Gork there. They give you a quick backstory on Kragnos, which was kind of this thing here. Let me skip back. Where Kragnos is essentially on the warpath with the dragons, the Dracoths. This is him killing Dracoths and then getting banished into the mountain, which is what that was all about. Again, I'm skipping around, I'm skipping fast. I'm trying to get through this book really quick for you guys. But yeah, the big story here, the big plot point here, Kragnos shows up, fights within destruction, rallies the Mega Gargants to his banner, rallies the Gits to his banner, rallies the Oryx to his banner. They get into an epic fight, them being Godrak, Fist of Mork, and Kragnos, where they actually duke it out quite literally. And at the end of the fight, you know, Kragnos, I think, gets a couple of teeth knocked out. Godrak's mount gets knocked out. And then basically it ends with the Loon King calling down some rain from the heavens. And then via the Loon Moon there. And then Kragnos basically points at the city saying, "I'm going that way." And they're like, "Let's go!" So, destruction, man. And then the siege happens. Lord Croak shows back up, being the ancient enemy of Kragnos here. And then they basically are fighting and fighting and fighting. Lots of crazy stuff happens between them and Slaanesh and all this other good stuff. Marathi shows up. She helps fight too. They try to blame her for a lot of stuff, and she's like, "Yo," they basically try to put her on trial and say, "Yo, this is your fault," and blah 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 blah. With the whole Slaanesh coming back, and she's like, "The forces of order are saying you betrayed us. You know, blah blah blah." And she says, "I can't betray you because I was never on your side. I'm a god." Like the old "I'm a god" defense. So there you go with Marathi. Skipping ahead, all this stuff. These are actually really cool panels. I don't want to spoil anything. I think you should actually read them yourselves because they're pretty important. But yeah, it ends up with Kragnos getting tricked to go through a portal and ends up in another spot, and then he's not dead. So yeah, they trick him into thinking that the portal is the path to the Dracoth Empire, and so he charges in there, and then ta-da! Just kidding. So it was a big misdirection. He is a force initiative. Like, he smashes pretty much everybody that comes face to face with him. So yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Now we get to the part you probably care about, the rules. Campaign rules, I mentioned, these are all here. Realm of Battle stuff for fighting in Gur, specifically the Coast of Tusks, Streets of Death, good stuff going on there. And then all the battle plans that you can literally play through the entire campaign narrative that we just went over. Very scattershot. I do apologize about that, but yeah. Getting to the important stuff here. This is the big fight between Kragnos and Godrak, Fist of Gork there. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, moving on. More battle plans. Battle Tome updates. Here's the good stuff. Here's what you need to know. Kragnos, Gloomsight Gits, Sylvaneth, Hedonites, Cities of Sigmar, Seraphon, Skaven, Beast of Chaos, and pitch battle profiles for all of that fun stuff. So, Kragnos, if you haven't seen his data sheet, his war scroll, it's already been spoiled by GW. He is a straight up beat stick, 18 wounds, 2 up save, 10 bravery, and just a completely truckload of pain. I think he has the potential to do like 40 some odd wounds a turn if he rolls hot. Even if he doesn't roll that hot, it's still going to be really deadly. But he is a complete beat stick. He'll be wiping units by himself if you get in his way. So yeah, good times. Bad Moon Loonshrine updates here for that. Jaws of Mork Allegiance abilities, so they get new stuff, and then Jaws of Mork War Scroll battalions. So fun stuff there for all of you Gloomspites gets. There's more stuff for you. There's the Stomping Mega Mob as well, which is Gologs Mega Mob. I would get it right eventually. It's a bunch of dank old trogs, so if you want that troll army. This is Grimscuttle stuff. This is Gloomspite Gift stuff here. More fun stuff for destruction. And then we get to Alariel and the Warsong Revenant. Alariel's got a couple of tweaks here. 3-up save, 16 wounds still. Her table kind of shifted around. She's actually slightly more punchy than she was. She also knows all of the spells in the lore of the Deepwood. So, Battletome Sylvaneth, she knows all of those spells now. So, that's actually a really big boost for her. She still does not have a bonus to casting, though, which is kind of disappointing for her. But she still can summon a unit, basically once per game, which is like another 200 points worth of stuff. The Talent of Dwindling is interesting, too. Each time this does a wound with the Talent of Dwindling, you roll a die. On a 1 through 5, the wound is negated, but on a 6, the model is slain. So, again, kind of interesting way that works. So, yeah, you basically do a bunch of damage, and if you don't roll a 6, they don't die. I don't know how I feel about that one. Yeah. Still has Living Battering Ram. Well, it's tweaked slightly now. It does more damage than it used to. Garen's Wrath is the same. Metamorphosis is slightly better. It's on a 3-up now instead of a 4-up. She can still fly. But yeah, she's like a weird support hybrid. And she can drop a Tree Lord on you. So there is that. The Warsong Revenant's also pretty cool. 7 wounds, 8-inch move, 5-up save, 8 bravery. It's a melee weapon is the Spearing Vines. So it's a 3-inch range on there, 5 attacks. 3 and 3 for hit and wound. No rend. Oh, sorry, 1 rend and 2 damage. So pretty decent. Can also fly. And it's a great support to have in your army. Awakened Wildwood, kind of the same rules. I think the tweak here is the charge phase here. So if you don't have the Sylvaneth keyword, you're within 1 inch of an Awakened Wildwood. You roll a die. You add to the die roll if any wizards or endless spells are within 6 inches of that wildwood. On a 6-up, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. So it's typically on a 6, but if there's a wizard nearby, an endless spell, it's even deadlier. Dryka's Spite Grove is Dryka and then 2 units of Spite Revenants. And they basically get a rend for like 120 points. Dixessa, she's the punchy one. She has an ability that she gets more attacks the longer. After she attacks the first time, she gets to add 1 to her attacks to her weapon profile. She gets better and better as the game goes on. Sinessa here is more of the caster. She's got missile weapons and magic. She's pretty good as well. Yeah, and then you get the Exquisite Pursuit Wartroll Battalion. And then the Free City of Excelsius, which is another Stormcast. Sorry, Cities of Sigmar city that you can play now. So you got like, I don't know how many Stormcast Cities of Sigmar cities there are at this point, but there's a lot. I'm thinking they're going to get a new book soon because it's got to combine everything. Then you get the 2 Vendensed characters. They're not bad. They're minor. They're not minor. They're okay. They're just characters. 5 wounds. I think they'll be good in a Cities of Sigmar army. They're tough though. They have the Grim Resolve ability, which is each time they take a wound or allocate a wound or a mortal wound to them on a 5-up, they get to negate it. So they'll be slightly tougher than you might expect. Galen's more of a close combat dude, but he can still shoot. And Dorella's got a really cool sure shot ability where if she doesn't move, you get to add 1 to her attack for the crossbow. She fires twice. And then you get to add 1 to the hit rolls for the attacks. So she's hitting on 2s, wounding on 3s at that point with -2 rend, 2 damage bolt. So not bad at all. And then Croak. Oh man, here's Croak's War Scroll. Croak is changed up a little bit here. 18 wounds, 5-inch wound, 4-up save, 9 bravery. No longer can Croak hang out on a Balewind Vortex. Sorry, not sorry. The new model, though, is like really cool, though, so I think it's worth the trade. A couple of crazy things. Still 4 spells a turn. Dispels 4 spells a turn. Can dispel anything on the board as well, so no range on that. +2 to casting and dispelling. From Supreme Master of Order. Still does a bunch of crazy stuff. calls down comets, does stuff with Seraphon. But the crazy thing, I think, is the dead. Dead for innumerable ages. So Kroak's dead. Like, his body is a desiccated husk, but he's still somehow aware. So how this works, at the end of each phase, so every time he takes damage in whatever phase it is, at the end of that phase, you roll 3d6, and you add the number of wounds taken. If that roll is over 20, so 20 plus, says 20 plus, the model is slain. So Kroak dies, or re-dies, whatever. On any other roll, so if it's less than 20, so not 20 plus, but maybe 20 or less, all of those wounds are negated and he goes back to full health, back up to 18 wounds. If at any point, though, he does take the full 18 wounds in one phase, he is dead. So you've got that going for you. If you can manage to do 18 wounds to him in one round of combat, he's still dead. But he does have that 4-up save, and he's got some shenanigans to pull. So, yeah. His Force Barrier is also pretty nasty. It's a 3-inch range, but he gets a number of attacks equal to the number of enemy models within 3 inches. So, just do a big sweep there. It hits on 3s, wounds on 3s, 1 rend, 1 damage. So, he's not exactly a slouch in combat, but he's definitely gonna be bad for hordes. Monsters count as 5, so he does get to sit them 5 times. So, that's cool. But Kroak, still a beat stick. And then the Skaventide battle traits and the clan molder mutations are also available in this book. I think that's pretty much it. Beastlord and Jabberscythe got an update here too. I'm not going to go over those, but they're in here. But that's pretty much the book. But yeah, Kragnos. Again, this is the capstone on the Broken Realm saga, the final book in there. So definitely check it out, and then I'll be seeing you in the next edition. But for now, I'm AdamHarry from BoLS signing off. Have a good one. Click to subscribe. Check out more videos. And thanks for watching.